You were governor of Rivers State, as has been established. It's been said that the elections in Rivers State are never an election between the PDP and the APC, but a war for the soul of the state between your good self and the current governor, Nyesom Wike. How is your much publicized personal animosity affecting the governance of that state, and how can this be resolved?
You've known me for some time. Do I look like somebody who is violent? So how would you ask me that kind of question? The person who is violent has confessed by himself. Why are you asking me the question?
No, I'm saying
No,
the governance. I'm not
I don't
participate
participate in the governance of Rivers State. I stay back in Abuja. I hardly go to Rivers State.
But do you believe that you still, your influence is still felt
by who?
in Rivers State?
I don't know.
And what you feel still
Is
impacts?
the
relationship between you and
I don't
the
want to know about that. If the governor wants to govern, let him govern. First, he has I made the education free. Now they pay school fees. So the parents will actually ask questions. I ran the primary schools as a state government. Now he says the villagers should run the school by themselves. They should contribute money and run the school. I've never seen where villagers run school. So where do I come in there? He makes his decision. He will make his mistakes. He's fighting. He starts the war. He will finish his war. You listen to the tape between him and Fayoshe. If Fayoshe did not speak, the governor would have denied again that it wasn't him. It was manufactured. Until Fayoshe said, yes, we spoke. Yes, we said it. But why should you be listening to us? You should be fighting as Sabisa. But you see, Fayoshe has admitted that this happened. I'm a Christian. Human lives are important to me.
Political thuggery continues to be a problem. And Rivers State is a case in point. Now let's talk generally. How can we stop desperate politicians from taking advantage of the vulnerabilities of the people?
The first thing is the electoral process. When votes don't count, people do whatever they like. The first strategy of PDP was 5 days to election, or 1 week to election, or 2 weeks to election. They killed about 5 APC members. That scares everybody from going to vote. Then they go and write result. What else? As a journalist, would you now say, oh, Amaechi, you're wrong, you know about it? I have said I don't know anything about it. Show evidence that I know anything about it. The governor says he doesn't know anything about it. They brought whoever recorded it brought the first tape, the first cassette. And he said, oh, no, there's a new technology that does so things to look like your voice. The second one came out, he claimed that. The last one came out, and he closed his mouth. And it was God that sent Fayoshe. If Fayoshe did not speak before the governor, he would have denied. But Fayoshe spoke first, and said, yes, there was a conversation between myself. That conversation took place between myself and the governor.
So how can we ensure that there really are two strong parties?
The Supreme Court has killed that. If the Supreme Court in the judgment of Rivers State and Akwa Ibom has said, no, the card readers were not used. The card readers were not there for play. They were there for electoral purposes. Since the card reader result is different from what was announced, elections, you should go back and hold the election based on the card reader. Then people will know that it is the votes of the people that count. It is not the might of killing people and going to write result.
But current Governor Wike also is accusing the present federal government of doing exactly the same thing, that you're using federal might to
Can you ask him one question? Was anybody arrested? Was any PDP member arrested? Was any PDP member killed by the police or the army? The only reason why he's saying that is that for the first time they brought magnitude of policemen to stop any killing. So for the first time, the army and the police massively protected lives and properties in Rivers State. So let Wike tell us the role the federal government played, other than the propaganda that he was carrying. Let him tell us one thing that the federal government did against him. But in my time, I was locked inside the government house. I couldn't come out. In my time, I was refused to enter to the government house. None has happened. So let Wike tell the public what the federal government has done. So when they saw massive deployment of police, and the police people were not carrying batons, they were carrying guns, PDP put back their guns, and APC was able to vote.
Now let's talk about the Niger Delta. The Niger Delta Avengers are threatening the government again after a period of quiet. You are one of the Niger Delta leaders. What do they want? And how can we get the militants to stop the sabotage of
I thought you should ask them that question. You know why I say you should ask them that question? We had 2 years of vice presidency. We had 6 years of presidency. The 6 years in which Nigerian people let you do whatever you want to do in the Niger Delta. Change Niger Delta from what it is to what they call Little London. And it didn't happen. That was part of the disagreement between me and President Goodluck Jonathan. And he came to Port Harcourt and admitted that and said to Nigerians, I have not done anything in the Niger Delta. When I win a second term, I will do something. So who do you blame? President Buhari, who has just come in without money, or our son and leader, who came in when there was money and did nothing? Please tell me who you blame. So what are the Avengers avenging? So I don't know. Believe me, I need to sit with the Avengers so they can tell me what they're avenging. Is it that they're avenging the fact that our leader and son could not do East-West Road that was started by Obasanjo? And all that, the only time he could borrow money to start doing it was when I had a confrontation with the federal government. So, you journalists, can you please ask them, what are they avenging? Because I'm from Niger Delta, I need to know, so that I know what I can tell the president when we meet. I have a responsibility to fight for the Niger Delta people, because I'm Niger Delta.
But are you working with other Niger Delta leaders to ensure that this problem is solved comprehensively?
That's what I think should happen. I think that Avengers, Niger Delta leaders, everybody need to come together first and ask ourselves, what's the problem? But don't mistake what I said to the fact that the Nigerian nation has been fair to us. No. Nigerian nation has not been fair to us. Niger Delta has remained largely undeveloped. But what I'm saying is that we had an opportunity. If we don't develop everywhere in Niger Delta, we had an opportunity to even change the face of Niger Delta.
So how can this be redressed now?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. For it to be redressed, I think we should work with the president. We should sit with the president and say, look, we won't continue with violence. Let's sit with you and say, how do we develop the Niger Delta? How do we get money in the hands of the Ministry of Niger Delta? How do we look at the master plan of the Niger Delta and through the Ministry of Niger Delta and Niger Delta Development Commission, develop the area?
Honorable Minister, we thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And we thank you for watching. Please join us next time when View from the Top returns. But between now and then, let's continue our conversation online at channelstv.com. And do follow me on Twitter at Modelius. I'd like to know what you think of my conversation with former governor.